Okay, Lincoln. What do you say about Lily's birthday?
It's Lily's birthday!
It's her party today, yeah.
It's a party.
Let's go downstairs and show everyone. Want to show everyone Stinky?
Yeah.
Oh, here's Stinky. Hello, Stinky. Ooh, yes. Let's go get everyone's opinion on the day. Come on, Linky, let's go. Ooh, yuck. Put that back. What is that? I don't even know. Let's go downstairs.
It's yucky toilet paper.
It's yucky toilet papers.
We put that in the trash.
We do throw it in the trash.
Then put it in the toilet.
Yeah. Hi, Jen.
Hi!
It's Lily's birthday today.
Yay!
What do you want to say to future Lily watching this?
Oh, you're gonna make me cry. I love you, Lily. You are the best little girl I have ever met in my whole life. I'm so thankful you're my daughter, and I love you so much. I know you're gonna do great things for God.
Lincoln.
What do you want to say to Lily?
Say hello to Stinky. Hello, Lily. I love you very much. Hi, Lily. Happy birthday party. Oh, I love you. What do you got there?
A punchy balloon.
Oh, nice.
I'm gonna blow it up and punchy.
Happy birthday to Lily. Happy birthday to Lily. Happy birthday. Oh, look at me hug. Oh, let's go. Let's go see Nana and Papa.
Good morning. You didn't say good morning to me.
All right, Mary, say hi to Lily for the future.
Happy birthday, Lily. 6-year-old.
Can I have a blue punchy balloon with it on it?
Yeah, you're trying to stretch the
Daddy.
punchy balls so they'll blow up.
Do you have any words of wisdom to share for Lily for her future?
Can I have
Words
a
of
blue?
wisdom.
Anything to share?
Oh, Lily, listen to your mommy and daddy.
Can I
and
have
grow
a
up to
blue
love
punchy
God
blue?
and
Can I have a blue punchy?
enjoy the things that motivate you to, you know, things you enjoy. Look for that for work.
Yep.
Yucky.
Oh,
On the spot, I'm not so good.
No, that's
that was
okay.
perfect.
That was
It's more of
perfect.
just a lovey-dovey thing. Let's go get Papa too.
Can I get a punchy balloon?
There's Papa. What are you doing, Papa?
Hi everybody. I am putting together a slideshow. Hey Lincoln, I haven't seen you yet today.
Oh,
Lincoln hug.
Buddy, I'm right here.
I want Mama too. All right.
Here.
I'm.
So here
Papa,
goes
Mama hug.
this. Oh.
See, I like to hug him too. He's my daddy.
Sister's birthday.
Ready to blow up that balloon?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Say goodbye.
Bye-bye.
I love you, honey. Happy birthday. You getting your hair done for your birthday?
Uh-huh.
Wow, that's gonna look so nice.
Hi.
What are you guys watching? Looney Tunes! Oh, it's Bugs Bunny.
That eat that vlogs.
Bugs Bunny. Oh! The lobby is pretty great. All right, so let's check it out what we got going on. We got all these pictures of Lily when the first walks in, and it says Lily, but she might have. Little Miss Sunshine wants each of her friends to have sunglasses. Grab one pair. Woo! And then a bunch of prizes for when people go. Okay, and then we got a bunch of balloons. Yeah. And then we have all these special drawing stuff for reptiles because we're having the reptile show here at 3. And then we got these cool little gummies that you throw them at the wall. It's a little alligator because we're having alligator babies today. We got some streamers you can go through. Cool. We have a special book here. Write a note, memory, or joke for Lily in this scrapbook. Here we go. Oh, I should write in this. Be the first one. What have they got there? Oh, they got a little fish. That light is pretty spot on. Oh. Cool. Much more photos in there. Here's the schedule for today. Live, snack, play, the reptile show at 3 with pictures of kids with Gator, and then cake, presents, and then the piñata. These are all these cool bugs and reptiles. I guess none of these are bugs. Amphibians. They're all going on top of in a bat ring. They're all going on the cake. So, and we got the fishies. We have a little baby snail in here, and Lincoln named him Pom Pom. I can't see him though. He's somewhere hiding. Hi again.
Hello.
Happy birthday. And then we have, Lincoln just had his birthday in March, so we put up a 3 because he turned 3. And then we have this over here. Lily turned 6. So we got a bunch of cool photos.
And I'm making the table already.
Yeah. Lily with Feathers, our little duck that we had for a while. Papa, playing outside, and Lincoln, and all the goodies. So it makes us 6 here. Very cool. Thank you for doing that, Mary Kay.
Yeah.
All right, and then you can see we have all these treats and snacks here. Yeah. I think we've already shown a little bit of the bouncy house. It's a big old bouncy house. It's actually bigger than this entire part of the house. It's larger than it. We have a bunch of drinks and goodies outside. The cake is still put away, so I can't show you that now. This is the gift table. And so far, no gifts yet. Ooh, celebrate! Okay, let's go check out the piñata in the last part of the party. Alright. So we cleaned up this room down here. And then here goes Lily's piñata. So it's actually too heavy. There's so much candy and treats in there that it like breaks coming up. So we're gonna have to duct tape it kind of down and maybe even duct tape it around the bottom and then hang it up here on this pole somehow. So that thing will definitely be sturdy enough. We'll have to find a way for the kids to break it though. And then lastly, we got the pool table. We got beanbags set up here. Cool. Then, hi Pickles. Come here. Come here. Oh, Pickles. What are you doing? Come on. Good, Pickles. Yeah. Well, Pickles doesn't want to be bothered right now. She might be sleepy. Hi, Pickles. Hi. See you later, Pickles. Keep that open so people can go say hi to Pickles. And then Fig and Maple are over here. Alright, so people to say hi. Hi, Maple. And then Fig. Hi. Hi. Hi, Maple. Hi. You sweet bunny. Hi. All right. And now here's my advice for you, Lily. If I had one thing to say, or a bit of advice, it would probably be don't eat the yellow snow. Just don't do it. All right, we got a full circle on the house. Jenny, if you had some advice for Lily, what would it be?
Love God and love others.
That's much better than my advice. Lincoln, do you have any advice or wisdom for Lily? That was a good bit of advice.
Sorry, honey.
Lily, is there anything you want to tell your future self?
I don't know.
You don't know? Come on, something? Nothing?
Can you hold these?
Ooh, I like your hair.
Can you hold these, son? Can you hold these? Brendan, can you hold these? There you go.
Good job, Lily. All right, Lily, happy birthday.
We love you.
Started their long journey back to the night wizard's realm. Oh, they're mean.
Yeah, they pretty neat.
They made the guards sleepy with some kind of potion. Okay. As they marched through Bubbledom, the night wizard's lobster army came upon Gil and Molly. Look, they're nice and friendly. But the lobsters, they stole something, didn't they? The guppies were selling delicious lemon bubble slushies. It was a hot day, and the lobster soldiers were very, what is that word?
I know the word A and 2.
Look here,
And
thirsty.
and I don't know that one.
But you can sound it out. How about that one?
I don't like
Ooh. Everyone was in line to get a cool drink. Ooh, so maybe they're not so bad. While the lobster soldiers were drinking their slushies, Bubble Puppy bumped into the treasure chest.
Stop. When there's a treasure chest, and I'll get it for you.
Okay. The lid opened, revealing the ring of the sun. You can read words like sun, right?
Yeah, and I know the 2. Wait, isn't that 2? Yeah.
Okay,
and I know of a.
Okay, so
And-
I'm going to
oh,
point
don't
to some of
forget
those
that.
words for you to add in.
Forget
When the Bubble Puppy went, Lily,
2.
take a closer look at
The.
ring attached itself around his neck. The puppy got the ring on his neck.
How did that happen?
Is that a bad?
I love you.
That was so
Happy birthday, Lincoln.
This is funner than ever! I got back to see that house.
I'm gonna get you, Lincoln.
I'm gonna get. Oh no! The mommy!
I think it's taller than our tree fort.
The mommy can't.
I'm gonna get you.
Do you like it? And now it's raining again.
All right, Lily, slide down.
Slide down, Lily.
I hope it's not gonna be. That was quicker than Loma's input.
Look out. It kind of is a water slide right now with the rain.
Yeah. A sec. All right, ready, go. All right, Lily, take this and bring it with you. Hold it right here and go bounce with it in there.
No, thank you.
Oh, that's my bad.
Please?
Oh. No, thank you.
Lincoln, here, take this and go bounce with it in there. Hold it like this and go bounce with it.
I don't want to bounce with it.
Yeah, just hold it for a little bit and just bounce with it.
I don't. I don't. Slide a couple more times. I
can't get in there, can you? Get in there, boy!
No, we got a water leak.
That's all right.
Look. We got a water leak. I guess.
Is it big enough for you?
I guess.
No, not yet, but it's all right. They'll jump on it and get it out. I think it's out. No, I don't think you need to though. All right, Charlie, do you have any words of wisdom for Lily?
Jump off everything you can and say cowabunga.
Perfect. Andy, do you have any words of wisdom for
Jump
Lily?
off every slide, especially sideways.
Sideways. Is
Yeah.
that's your wisdom?
No.
Okay,
Just enjoy life. That's all you can do.
cool. Lily, do you have any wisdom for yourself?
I'm going potty, Lily. I'm going potty anymore.
Maddie's going to the bathroom real quick.
And then so go in the bouncy house.
Good, always go in the bouncy house. Lincoln, you going in the bouncy house?
Bouncy house?
Dude, it's huge.
Why are you
Stop her.
So she can, while it gets finished, so she can.
Loud in the bouncy house.
Jax, do you have any wisdom for Lily? It's a camera. You could talk and say any
You gotta say something.
good bits of advice you have. Do you good at math? Is that a, is that,
Yeah.
yeah?
Yeah.
Perfect. Lincoln, go in! Go! Go! Hi, Maddie. Are you gonna go play? Good, go have fun.
Fix your dress.
The whole time she's getting hers done, she was
Do you have any words of wisdom for Lily?
because both of us was our first ones.
I already said don't eat yellow snow, so you can't say that.
I'm like trying to like moderate, like make it like age appropriate.
Oh, this is going on YouTube, so this could be for the test of time.
Yeah, isn't it cool?
Don't always be living for the future. Also enjoy the now. It's not just about college and the job you get to. It's also about all the experiences you're having now.
That's a good one.
Thank you, Sam.
Yep.
I don't know.
That's how I felt first. I was like,
I'll have to come up with one later.
Do it, it'll come back.
Okay. No, it's okay.
Hi, Brittany. I didn't give you a hug yet. Those couches are wet.
I hope they're
They're gonna have wet butts. Only a matter of time.
at the end. We're just saying so cute. Within that
Oh, you can see them bouncing out there.
But we talked to her and she's like, as long as the kids aren't eating Reese's and like wiping their hands around, so.
Oh, that's awesome.
Jackson had to come home from school today and he's telling me he's like, oh yeah, I can't bring so.
Mom, do you have any words of wisdom for Lily?
Yes. Play, have fun, and be creative.
Perfect. Tony, did I ask you for any words of wisdom yet?
Why would you ask me words of wisdom?
You're like the word of wisdom guy. You always
For
Really?
everybody?
No,
For Lily.
this is specific to just
Lily, it's your birthday. Bounce when you want to bounce. That's my words of wisdom.
That is good wisdom. And is this the slideshow you put on?
Yes.
Oh, Lily. Oh. No.
Meeting her brother.
That is a good one. Ooh. Araña! Let's go get you some water, Maddie. Right up here we got juice boxes. Hey Sam, can you hold this? Hold it by its like chain thing and bounce at the kids with it. Okay.
Did you get to say hi to Aurora?
Yeah.
Do you want to come in? Isn't that cool? Okay, and Jackson, I'm going to give this to your dad.
Lily. Lily, why are we here today?
Because of my birthday.
And how old are you?
6.
Woo! 6 years old!
This isn't my real party. It's just a party. It's not a real party.
It's not your real birthday, you mean, but it's your real party.
Yeah, but not my birthday.
But not your real birthday, right, right.
Eli! You better be saying happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to me! That's how it goes. It's my birthday!
Are you okay, Link?
Oh, yeah.
You're getting jostled about a bit.
Come on in, slide down. But you gotta take off your shoes. That's the rules. That's what I'm doing, right?
The rules are the rules. Them's the rules.
Rules are not the rules. Rules are the rules. The rules are the big rules.
Wow, wow. Bouncy, bouncy.
I see Bluetooth. That's so bad.
Oh, yeah, we'll stay away from that, huh?
How high can you literally bounce in this?
That's a good question. Probably depends if someone bounces you or not.
I did that. I want to go to the bouncy house. Yeah, your shoes have to be off for that one too.
Yeah.
Bouncy house. That's the big one.
When I used to have one of these, I would do like a wrestling thing. I'd be like, wow. Oh, careful.
No bouncing together.
Someone will go in the bouncy house with you.
And guess what? You could even, here, I'll carry you.
Oh, you got her! You got her!
I'm gonna have to remind Lincoln to go potty.
I was interested in what it says.
Ooh, is it on?
I think so. But do you want it just like, should we turn it off?
I don't know. Yeah, do you remember Kaylee?
Yeah.
Sam?
Right?
Yeah.
Nice to see you
Nice
again.
to see you. How are you?
Good. Yeah.
Good.
We're good. This is like with a much bigger bounce house than I was expecting.
This is like a real
Yeah,
like
so
thing.
he upgraded it because the one that we had rented, I guess, wasn't ready or something.
Okay.
Aw.
So he's like, and Brendan's like, do you have a smaller one? I guess you only had like a small one.
Okay.
So,
But we have a bigger one.
here we go.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
It looks very fun.
Do you live in Minnesota now?
No, I live in New Hampshire.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought Jenny had said you lived in New England somewhere.
Yeah.
So, okay. Yours visiting?
I was home for a family reunion yesterday, and then the timing just like worked out so perfectly. So I was excited.
Yeah.
And are you in the state still?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we live in Egan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Our dream is to go to New England though.
Really?
Daniel and I. So I've only ever been to Boston.
Yeah.
And like that part of the country, and he's never been. And we just really want to explore there. We really want to go to Maine. Like
Okay.
was it Acacia State Park?
Acadia?
Acadia.
Yeah.
We really want to go to Acadia.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah.
Yes, it is a neat place. It's culturally pretty different from the Midwest.
Yeah. I lived with a girl from Boston once, and it was different.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was a little more blunt.
Yes, that
She'd
is
be like I'd wear an outfit. She's like, that doesn't go together, and I'd be like,
It's like me as a little child, remember?
Yeah. You would tell me how it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you feel like you can weather that and withstand that, it is like a very historical kind of charming.
I think you mean just like
it would be a
vacation, though, right?
vacation.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
not moving.
I thought you meant moving. I was
No,
like,
no, no.
wow,
Just-
it's hard
just
out there
vacation.
for a Midwesterner. Okay.
We're happy vegan.
Yeah, okay, got it.
So I'm not from the Midwest, but the Midwest was so welcoming to me.
Yeah,
It was probably, easy. Yeah.
It was an easy cultural transition.
Yeah.
From where?
Seattle.
Well,
Okay,
the
yeah.
West Coast isn't that different.
It's
I
very
think.
similar.
Yeah. We can maybe
should turn this off.
give it to Brendan or something. Yeah.
I'm a little nervous.
There's duckies in there. They don't really like people, so.
Don't go any closer, but wow, they're really big.
Yeah. Is that Arjuna? Hi, Arjuna. How you doing, buddy? Hi, guys. How you doing? Good. How are you? Good. I'm holding the GoPro, but I'm gonna. Hey. Nice.
Oh, you're still going.
Hi. I'm Jenny. I'm Brendan's wife.
Hi. This is Adam's mom, Nancy.
Adam's mom. Nice
My
to meet
hand's a little
you.
wet from
Oh,
the
that's
bottled
okay.
water,
I'm
so-
holding one too.
Okay, so Nancy, can I record you and ask you to give my daughter some general advice? If you're going to offer her one bit of advice, what would it be? And I know I'm putting you on the spot after 15 years.
Oh, am I being recorded right this minute?
Unfortunately, so I could cut this, so take your time.
Try your best in school, pay attention, and realize that it's important to do your best whenever you can.
Thank you.
Welcome.
I'm going to keep making my rounds. Pull up a seat, get comfortable. Daniel?
Hey Lily.
Hi.
How's it going? Advice? You're looking for advice?
I'm looking for some advice.
That's good. Getting advice is actually probably one of the best pieces of advice. Don't stop learning. If you can keep learning, sky's the limit. You can just learn anything. So yeah, soak up all these pieces of advice and go that, when you're young it makes sense. When you're older, sometimes it's a little bit harder to keep that learning mindset. So keep that learning mindset. That's going to be very helpful.
That was way better than mine. Don't eat yellow snow. Hi guys, welcome.
Do we have to be on film?
You do, yes. What's up, Denny? How you doing, brother? Do you want to go snoop around and say hi? You should.
I will.
Yeah? Good.
I'll get there. The big bouncy house, at least it's not raining.
I know, yeah. It's going to rain soon, though. But,
That's what they said, yeah. But who knows?
Yeah. So.
Looks like it's sort of clearing up.
Yeah, I think they said around 4 it's going to rain some. So, if you want anything to drink, there's plenty of goodies up here.
You better watch out, Lily.
Yeah. You should check out her hair. She has
Lily,
these
come here.
braids.
I got a secret.
Oh, I see it,
Secret.
yeah.
You can't tell Maddie. Come here.
Lily, come say hi to Denny. Come say hi to Denny.
Happy birthday.
You see that car right there? Whose car is that?
Hey,
So I told Brandon about
Oh, you can drive it around?
Get the bouncy house full of kids and then get the 3 ducks in there and see what happens.
Oh, you got ducks?
We got ducks. You want to go check them out? They're just right in there.
Oh, they're in there, yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
Oh, you got a big one.
Hi, Haley.
Hi, Brendan. I have to go.
There you go.
So just look where you're stepping, okay?
Ew, what's that smell?
I didn't realize they'd be so big.
Yeah, they're huge. They're like little gooses. They have a longer neck and stuff. Yeah.
But they're supposed to get friendly with people.
Well, yeah, supposedly they can be friendly if you are with them when they're imprinting, so when they're really young.
Okay.
But
This is my mom, Nancy.
that's not the case.
Okay. Maybe with enough love and affection.
Yeah, I've tried. I hold them, I feed them, like, out of my hand. I feed them like bugs and stuff. And every second they're with me, you can tell like their heart rate is they like don't like it. So they view me as the enemy. So I'm gonna turn this off here.
Okay, Lily, I hope you have a really fun year being 6. And my advice is to be outside as much as you can and to be really nice to your brother.
Thank you, Kaylee.
Hey, come here. So you know this, because you've seen it. But are there usually one tickle claw?
No.
How many tickle claws are there? There's 2!
And there was the...
I didn't do it. The stick is not as strong as the...
Oh my gosh, I was at my friend's bachelor party yesterday, right?
Oh. And
I go to use the bathroom and I lift the toilet seat, the whole thing just comes off. Just tore his toilet in half. I'm just sitting there
going... Was it an accident or was it actually broken?
It was totally just broken or whatever. But
okay,
yeah, he's like, my aunt did the same thing. And it's just so funny.
I'm gonna have to think of something.
You're gonna break your chairs, like we'll break your toilets, we'll just break everything.
You ever see Tommy Boy where what'd you do? As the door falls off. It's just
That's the best scene where the the roof comes off, and then he's laughing about having the bottom bunk because he's hailing, and he just falls down on him. Oh, it's so funny. Great times.
Yeah.
I like your glasses.
Thank you. I like your face.
Thanks. I only have this one, so it's hard to keep it this nice.
You got it. Nice.
Yeah, it's too sweet.
I have to go get this on camera. I think Andy's chasing my child. You have 3 or 4 inches. Hi guys! Be careful!
Yep, just be careful, Nora. But it is pretty cool. Maybe you should move that one thing.
Hey guys, we don't...
Here,
hey Jenny, can we not go up there?
Yeah, okay. Let's not go up there, guys.
Yeah,
just to be safe, just because it's a little scary.
You're good at climbing though, really good. You could go down the slide though.
Go down the slide? Here, do you need a hand?
Brendan built a nice big tree.
Right, and...
Lily, hi. Some quick advice for you. I think it's wonderful when you can serve your siblings, your brother, and maybe future siblings. It's wonderful to serve them because you're the oldest and they look up to you, and that is awesome. Awesome.
I completely agree with that. Hi guys! What? You okay? Deacon, quick, advice for Lily. General advice.
Listen to your parents.
That's good advice.
Read the Bible. Do what the Lord says.
Hey buddy, thanks for coming, man. It's been a long time. How was your double vacation? Yeah. Oh, careful guys, watch out for the little ones. Oh, they good, don't fall down. Stand up, buddy. Stand up. There you go. Hi, Lily. Where's the tickle monster at? Oh, there's the tickle monster. Oh no, run away. Hi, Kevin.
Hi. How's it going?
Hi, guys. Does anyone want to go down the slide and hold this? Take it with you and point it forwards. You're a tickle monster.
No, I have to. I got tickled.
Jackson, you're a tickle monster.
Yep. Come on. Stay in right here.
Awesome. Thank you. Oh no, he got it. He got it. Oh no. The tickle monster's here. All right, Lincoln. All right, Lincoln.
Lincoln, you're a tickle monster too now.
You got him. You got him. This is so fun!
I won. I got all of them tickled.
You did. Hi, Kev. You coming in with that really nice camera? Hey, Lily. Let's back off of Kev for a sec. Thanks, Jax. You did great on that videotaping. You got that shutter speed set up pretty high? Hi, buddy. How are you? Oh, what's up? How are you guys doing?
Good.
Good. Is your mommy and daddy here too?
Yeah, my mom.
Nice.
I'm finally 8.
You're 8? Happy birthday!
I was on July 18th.
Nice. How you doing, Jackson? You having fun? Yeah. Thanks for coming. Hi, Elizabeth. How are you? Good. Hi, Blakely. How you doing? Yeah. Can I come out and say hi? Okay, I'll come out. Walk around and video. Carmen, Bernardo Wyatt?
How you doing? I like that one too. It's so nice and cozy. Do you need help getting up, bud? You got it? Good.
They're being so funny.
What?
They're being so funny.
They are. I'm taking a video of you swinging. Hi.
I'm gonna swing
Yeah. Uh-oh, Simon has an owie. Oh no, did Jackson get an owie too? Is he okay?
He actually more or less slow than anything.
Okay.
Yeah. We're good. And no naps, so you know.
Yeah, that will do it. Hey, Lily. Lily, let's be really careful, okay?
Where's the tickle monster? Hey, how we go in the playground?
Hey, Lincoln, have you gone potty recently? Let's have you go potty, okay, bud?
Moving by her, she thinks it might be lunch. In some states, he's that big yellow stripes more like a tiger, but around here, this one's kind of spotted like a leopard. Friends, I have a lot of animals to share with you, so we're going to hold off on questions so we have extra time for petting, okay? When we're doing petting in a minute, you can ask me questions while we're petting. Yeah? This one might get a little bit bigger. There are some salamanders in Mexico, they're this big, all grown up, they can sit on a penny. And in China, they have giant salamanders in the river, almost as big as 2 of you kids put together. There are some big, big ones. I have another amphibian for you. I brought you a tree frog. Do any of you ever find tree frogs around here? There are great.
I actually caught a tree
You caught a tree frog? That's fun. There are great tree frogs that live around here. They're about this big, and some days they're gray color, and some days they're green color. They change their colors like chameleons. But today, I brought you a little bit bigger tree frog from the rainforest. And Lily's just a little bigger than our tree frogs.
Whoa!
He is called a black-webbed gliding tree frog. Have you heard of a flying squirrel? Yeah. They don't really fly, right? They spread their skin on their side and they glide like a paper airplane. She can do kind of the same thing. When she lives in the rainforest, and if a bird or a snake came to eat her, she jumps and she spreads her toes and she catches just a little bit of extra air, but on the way to the next branch, that helps her jump a little further. You see how big her eyes are?
Yeah.
You say nocturnal?
Nocturnal.
She's a nocturnal or nighttime animal. Who knows another nocturnal animal?
Owls.
Owls, bats.
Hamster.
Hamsters, definitely hamsters. Those are up all night sometimes, yeah.
Chinchilla.
And chinchillas, very nice.
You have one of those, so you would
Yeah.
know.
Those big eyes to see in the dark, big sticky toes to climb in the trees, and a big sticky tongue to catch lots of bugs. Wait, have you catch bugs with your tongues? No? Oh, she loves
We
lots
don't
of
even
crickets.
eat bugs, and we don't have that long ago.
Yeah. We know this one's a girl because she is twice as big as the boy frogs. With most of our frogs, the girls get twice as big as the boys, and that lets them carry more eggs inside of them. What do we call their babies? Tadpoles. A lot of other animals might eat the eggs or the tadpoles, so the girls want to be extra big to carry extra eggs inside. All right, we can't pet this one, but our birthday girl, where's Lily?
Right there in the pink dress.
You want to help hold it for a minute?
Lily, you want to
Come on over here. You put your hand out like this. Her toes can be a little sticky. Is that all right? They're a lot sticky.
Once I have.
You held the one. You held worms. Oh, this is a bad bird. Smile up at this way.
This is a little stickier.
A little sticky. Well, she wants to feel like she won't fall.
RJ, sit down. You want to look here and smile, Lily?
Wow.
Good job with that tree frog.
What's the name of that frog again?
A gliding tree frog. Lily, can I give you a little squirt of this? Is that okay if you just rub a little that on your hand? Not too many germs, but. Yeah, that's right. And she has water too. If you went out
Kevin, if you need to, you can stand here too.
with a flashlight on after a rainy night, you might see tree frogs on the sides of our house or on our windows if we have bushes or trees around. Because they know when we turn our lights on that all those bugs fly around the lights. It's like a buffet for them. They hang out and they just grab those crickets with their sticky tongue. Yes? Alligators are mostly nocturnal, that's right. Well, let's move on to some scaly reptiles. Who knows a kind of scaly reptile?
Snakes.
Snakes are reptiles, right? What else?
Tortoises.
Lizards and tortoises. And then we just said alligators, yeah?
Oh, he meant hippo.
Hippo?
Sorry, buddy, that's not.
But they're nocturnal animals sometimes. They come on at night, but it would have been our last group. Not a reptile quite, though. They're not scaly. Let's see here. Let's start today with a very strange looking turtle. This turtle is from Australia where the kangaroos and the koalas live.
Yep.
And it's a little different. This is Stretch. And she is a snake-necked turtle.
Wow.
What do turtles do when they get scared? Hide in the shell, but she can't do that. Her neck is so long, she can't pull it inside the shell. So if she lived around here, she would be in big trouble. A raccoon or an otter could bite her. But where she lives, in Australia, the animals she would have to be afraid of are the crocodiles. And they could be as long as from me to that bench back there. Even when she's a grown-up, we have a boy at the zoo, his shell is this big with the neck that long. The girl's shells get this big with the neck like that. Even when they're all grown up, a crocodile is so big they can swallow them in one gulp. So it doesn't make a difference if she can pull in her shell or not. She just has to be better at hiding under the logs where the crocodiles can't go.
Can I pet a shell?
Not on this one. I will let you pet a shell on a turtle in a minute, but this one, it's not quite as nice. There's a chance it could bite. Even at this size, if this one were to bite, we might need a Band-Aid. Turtles, they don't have sharp teeth, but they have a sharp beak like scissors, and at this size, you might be able to give a little nip. Yeah, so to be safe, he's going to be a looking at turtle.
That is so cool.
My next turtle is definitely a looking at turtle, not a petting turtle. What's the biggest turtle we have living in our lakes around here? Snapping turtles, that's right. Snapping turtles get big. They can weigh 80 pounds. That's this big. They can be bigger than most of you kids are. Yeah. There's an even bigger turtle, though, called an alligator snapping turtle. They get this big. Their head can be as big as a basketball. I brought one for you today. It's not that big. We have one this big at the zoo, but if I put my finger in the wrong spot, he might keep my finger, so he had to stay at the zoo. Yeah. This one's medium size. And we're going to ask that we all remain seated for this one. We'll give you just a little extra room. This
Sit down, buddy.
Whoa.
He's different from our snapping turtles in 3 ways. First, if you look at his shell, does that look like an alligator's back? Almost like a dinosaur's back, right? He's got a bumpier back. He has a shorter neck than our snapping turtles. If I picked up one of our snapping turtles like this Its neck might be so long it might be able to reach around here and bite my hand. So he's got a little shorter neck, but the coolest difference is how he catches his food. The snapping turtles in our lakes, they walk along the bottom and they swim up if they see a fish or a frog and they snap it. He buries himself in the mud with just his face sticking out and he goes fishing. What would we put on a hook if we want to catch a fish?
Worm.
Little worm. I'm going to see if he'll show you his worm. All right, hands on our laps so we don't have a wrong lesson, right? You can peek in there, but no fingers. His tongue looks like a little pink worm. He wiggles his tongue. The fish swim closer.
Wow.
Wow.
Wait a second, I'll see it go up a little wider for us. I just have to watch my fingers. He can keep a little piece of one.
Wow.
But his tongue looks like that little pink worm. He wiggles it. The fish swim closer. As soon as they touch the bait, he snaps shut like a mousetrap and that fish becomes his lunch. Right now he would eat little minnows this big. One day he would be able to eat a catfish this long in about 3 gulps. His head will be as big as a basketball, and he'll be able to bite much harder than a lion or a tiger or a grizzly bear. Yes.
Wow. The front of his head looks like a bear.
Looks like a bear? Well, he almost looks like a log. He'll grow algae or plants all over his shell. He buries himself, and he looks like a log sticking out. And he just sits and waits.
Whoa.
So still. You see he doesn't have teeth? But he has a sharp beak like scissors. His jaws are like a paper cutter. And he would just chop through anything that gets too close. No, you may not do it. I'm just dead sorry. We don't have enough flavors to let you put your finger that close to the mouth. Sorry. No, the next one you can pet. My next animal is a good petting turtle. That one, not so much. No, that one, we might have a terrible lesson. All right. What do we call turtles that don't like to swim? There's a story of one racing a hare. A tortoise. Very good. I brought you a tortoise today. We have almost 10 different kinds of tortoises at our zoo. Some are little and some are giant. In the Galapagos Islands, a tortoise can be this tall. They can weigh 700 pounds. That's as much as 10 of you little friends up front. They are that big. Yes, Lord?
And one of them can be 100.
They can be 100 years old, maybe even 200 years old. So turtles and tortoises, maybe not 1,000, but pretty old. You know what? We don't think of turtles and tortoises as pets too much because they're a forever pet. Yeah, if you got a pet tortoise, your great-great-great-grandkids might have to help take care of it. So that's a lot of responsibilities. Yes?
We like a pet. How would your great-great-great-grandkids?
An immortal jellyfish could live forever, yeah.
Yeah, if you have a pet jellyfish, your family would pass it on forever.
Forever and ever. That would be a long, long time to have a pet jellyfish.
Nice, Jack.
All right. I don't have. We have some clownfish and a tang like Dory at the zoo and a moray eel, and we have some fish, but they have to stay at the zoo today. I brought you a tortoise that travels better. This, back up just a little bit, friends, is Geronimo. And he is a desert tortoise. Yeah.
If we go up into his shell.
Yeah, he can hide in his shell. He would hide in his shell and pull his little legs in front of his face like a wall and hide inside of there. Yep, all of our Minnesota turtles, all the turtles around here, if they get scared, they swim down and they hide in the mud. He doesn't like deep water. You know what he likes to do is he likes to go for walks in the desert. You see those big toenails? They help him to dig a great big hole. He could dig, you see how far it is from us to the bouncy house? He could dig a burrow or a hole under the ground longer from here to that bouncy house. Because where he lives in the desert, it is so hot. Most of the day during the summer, it's too hot for a tortoise. And during the winter, it's too cold for the tortoises. So most of the time, he lives in a little hole under the ground. He might not eat for a month or two sometimes. Yep, or even longer if it's cold. And then on the nice times, he comes out and eats the cactus and the desert flowers and the grass. And that's helping him grow big and strong. He was only this big when he came out of the egg, and his shell was soft. But he's grown bigger and bigger. One day, he'll be this much bigger in about 100 years, maybe. Yeah?
Can I feel his shell?
In a minute, I'm going to let you pet him, yeah? This is a tortoise that someone did kind of a bad thing. They found him by a truck stop over by Rochester, and someone probably picked him up when they were on a run somewhere, and they let him go. They found him walking down the street there. And luckily, someone saw him and said, ooh, that's not a Minnesota turtle. He doesn't belong here. So they called the zoo, and the DNR said, oh, yep, that's a protected animal. You take it to the zoo, and it can live there. And we have 2 other desert tortoises that he lives with there. Cool. Yeah. If you want to pet him, we'll let you feel on his shell. Can you say keratin? The outside of his shell is keratin. You know what else is keratin? Our fingernails. So when we pet him, he feels like a giant gnarly toenail. Yeah. His keratin's about as thick as our toenails. And then he has bones. We have our rib bones and our back bones. He has his rib bone and backbone. That makes his shell big and strong. All right, what we'll do is we have a lot of friends here, so 1 second, I'm just gonna slide this way for a minute, that's all right.
Yep, just move out of the way, Lincoln.
Just a little bit, Link.
Yep, Lincoln, yeah.
More animals for you in a minute. All right, when we touch with the animals, we'll just ask that we don't touch any animals on the face, just so we don't scare them. And whenever we pet, animals can have a few germs, so we would suggest using a low squirt of hand sanitizer. Anyone that has sensitive hands that can? Perfect. All right, well, here. Let's have you three come up. You four come pet first. We'll wash your hands when you're done. We're not worried about your germs. We jump and pet if you want. We just don't touch on the toes. She walks where she uses the bathroom. Her toes can be dirty. You feel little rings on her shell when she's grown. When she was a baby, these little spots were touching, but then she goes a ring and another ring and another. Once you've had a chance to pet, put your hands up and I'll give you a little squirt, and then we'll give our next friends a turn. Not its feet, no. It's dusty because it lives in a little sandy desert exhibit. Did you pet already? Are you finished petting? Okay, there you go. All right, did you guys get a chance to pet yet?
He'll Jackson, get the hand sanitizer when you're done.
I didn't get the sanitizer.
Oh, there you go. All right, did you already pet? All right, which friends over here haven't pet? I'll reach right over there. You know what? I'm just going to let him walk for a minute on there. You can pet right up on his shell.
Don't touch his face.
How old do they think he is?
There's really no way of telling without maybe microscopically you might be able to look at growth in the bones, but because it's more seasonal. But the rings on the shell, unfortunately, they might grow 2 or 3 rings the year when they're little, and then it slows down. So yeah, it's hard to tell. I would guess he's somewhere between 10 and 40 years old. We have some at the zoo that are half this size that have been pets for over 20 years, so it's hard to say.
Yeah.
They were tiny when we got them about 5 years ago. We'll pet it first. And then I'll bring it back to our friends further back here too.
Did Maddie get this one?
That other one you just showed, where is it native to?
The alligator snapping turtle? We find those from South Iowa down to Florida and Texas. So half a day away from here, there are alligator snapping turtles.
Wow.
Everyone will get a turn. We'll make sure everyone gets the pet. Oh, not the toes. There you go. Take your toes. Are there any friends back here that didn't get pet? Friends, can you make me just a little path so I can slide back for a second?
Come on back.
I just don't want to bring her over the top of you. She shouldn't have an accident, but we don't want that to happen. Can you come up over here and pet? Any friends that can have? Come right over.
Still hungry? You still have?
You want pet? Still those little rings there?
Hey Kevin, do my parents want to come out?
They can go around.
Oh, and I can move. Am I blocking someone out?
No,
I can
you're
move.
okay. They can go around.
That is a big frog, isn't it? Does anyone here like dinosaurs? I love dinosaurs. We have a few dinosaur bones and teeth at our zoo, and lots of dinosaur statues. We're getting more and more statues. Some of them live with or they don't live with the statues. Our reptiles live with the statues. But there are a lot of dinosaurs. They were giant lizards from a long time ago, right? You know, we still have giant lizards today. Who knows the biggest kind of lizard in the world? Me. You are, or you know it? Komodo dragon, yeah. You see how far it is from me to that green chair? That's how long a Komodo dragon could be. That's bigger than some dinosaurs. I've taken care of them, and they're smart. We can train the dragons a little bit, but they are so big that they eat deer, and they eat pigs, and they eat water buffalo. If anyone eats water buffalo, should have come to Lily's birthday party?
No.
That might be a little feisty, right?
Yeah.
I brought you a safer dragon today. Here, we're going to slide this over here for a minute so our friends can kind of slide back through. Excuse me, we'll set this down here for a minute.
What kind of dragon is it?
It is called a bearded dragon.
Jackson, you gotta let her
to have a bearded dragon as a pet.
Yeah. And I'm going to just slide a couple animals. We'll shift over here so we can make a little more pathway.
Sounds good. You can put stuff up here too, or whatever.
Okay, if it's okay, I'm just going to set this one up here for a minute.
Yeah, that's perfect.
And I'll scoot this way, and then we should have a better path. There we go. All right. I'm going to tuck a couple of these over here out of the way for a minute until we get our next one out. So this bearded dragon was a pet. And you know what? These are, I think, are one of the. Oh, let's leave that closed, please. Thank you. These are one of the best reptile pets in the world.
One of my classmates.
Tortoises are a forever pet.
One of my. Somebody in my second grade had a dragon. Looks
Yeah.
like a dinosaur.
These are like tiny little dinosaurs that live today. Yes, Lily? In a minute, I'm going to let you hold it because it's your birthday, yes.
Can I touch it?
In a minute, we'll let you all pet it. Let's talk about it a little bit first, and then we'll let you pet it in a minute. This lizard, you see how sharp it looks there? These spikes on its side are one of the softest things on its body. But if another animal doesn't know that, they think, oh, if I bite that, it could hurt my mouth, but these are so soft. In Australia, he lives with that snake-necked turtle. There are dingo dogs and python snakes that could eat a little lizard like this. So if he gets scared, he puffs out his throat like a man's beard and it turns dark black. And then he opens his mouth and he shows his little teeth. And he tries to look as scary as he can. And then he runs and hides under the rocks. He's not really brave, but he pretends. Yes, Lily?
Did you know what kind of lizard can squirt blood out of its eyes?
Little horned lizards, yeah? Have you ever seen one of those?
No, only in magazines.
We used to have one at the zoo for a while, but he finally was old and he finally passed on. But yep, they can squirt blood like a squirt gun.
Oh, Playtime.
Yeah. This one here, he puffs out his throat and he just tries to look feisty. Yeah. He's kind of like our tortoise. We feed him a few salads each week. And he's like the tree frog. He's got a sticky tongue. And he catches so many bugs with his tongue. He likes lots of crickets. He's kind of an older bearded dragon. He's probably 11 years old now. He's kind of a senior bearded dragon. Yeah, but these are until we get to college pet, not a forever pet like a tortoise. Yeah. All right. So we'll do petting. We'll pet 3 friends at a time can pet. We don't want too many hands at once just so we don't scare it. But I'll bring it by. 3 of you can pet. And then we'll clean you and the next 3 can pet. How about 1, 2, 3? You 3 will be first. Does that feel like sandpaper? Kind of bumpy? And Lily, when your friends are done petting, we'll let you stand up and help hold her. Spike's a little crusty dusty today. He's kind of shedding his skin. It's like when we get a sunburn and our skin feels. That's what his look like.
Just like snakes.
Yeah. Oh, and our snakes wiggle out of their skin usually in one big piece. But I'll bring him your way in just a second. Just not too close to the face when they pet so you don't scare him.
Whoa. He's like a hedgehog.
Like a hedgehog? A little bit like a hedgehog. Very good. Did you get some hand
We keep it more because it keeps, it's like a good luck charm more than anything at this point.
At one point it worked.
Yeah, it's like a broken thermometer.
Yeah.
Yep, you 3 can pet next.
Oh, wow.
You see where there's where his skin came off his tail, where it's bright in this part. We got to give him a little bath back at the zoo to get the rest of his skin to help coming off there.
Do they lose their tails?
If they do, they don't really grow them back. Like we have geckos at the zoo that have. Actually, we'll talk about that with our next animal. Yeah, if they might grow just a little bit back, but it'd be a stub still if they lost a tail.
I haven't touched it yet.
Oh, you haven't touched it? Yep. Are your hands dry?
Can she actually pet him?
Yep. Okay. You know what, friends? Can I take 1 step through here and I'll bring it back for our friends in the back?
I haven't touched it.
Like
I'm
the
gonna bring
Red
it back over
Sea.
there to you.
Make a, yep.
All right, now all of our friends in the back can pet.
Oh, wow. It feels like snakes.
It does feel like sand, but I don't feel how soft these are. Like tips of little feathers almost.
Do you guys just come in so you can see? Like we have to just do
If you didn't pet yet, go ahead and pet yet.
Make sure you get some hands in.
Here, we have them. Here, okay.
When he backs up, he's going to step on you, okay?
How do you know?
Did you
Legless
hear
lizard.
what Kevin said?
There's a legless lizard.
Just be careful you don't get stepped on. What do you guys think?
He's cute.
Pretty cool.
What's
I
your
like the
favorite
bearded
so far?
dragon.
I like the green.
All right, I'm gonna slide past you, and we'll see if you know what.
All right, guys.
So Lily, squeeze it. He's gonna Lily.
Slowly, I'm gonna step past you.
Can we see the legless lizard?
How do you see the leg? Are you reading through the lid? You're so sneaky.
Everybody sit down. Yeah. I didn't see the bullet yet.
Oh, that's fine. Come on, come stand up here for a
Stand up.
second.
And Lily, look at Kepi, okay?
It has a little bit of
See Kepi right
toenails
there?
on here. You tell me if that feels okay. They're not super sharp, but You're fearless? All right. You got him? You got that,
RJ, sit
dragon.
down. Sit down. Sit on your bottom.
That's so cool, Lily.
Good job with that, dragon.
What do you say? Thank you very much.
And Miss Lily, here you go. Where's one more squirt for you?
We'll share you the photo.
We did. Then after that,
Oh, no coral snakes in here. That would be a little dangerous.
cool snakes already
I'm so glad he's here for this.
All right.
What snake?
Whoa, Lily!
A snake.
This one's not a snake.
Is that a worm?
It's a legless lizard.
Oh my.
We can tell this isn't a snake by his name is Wiggles, by the way. If you look at Wiggles' face, his head looks just like the little prairie skinks that live in our parks around here.
Cool.
I'm gonna hold on to this one. There's probably a 1 in 100 chance he could bite, but that's still too much. Yeah. It would pinch a little bit. Nope, because his tail can break. His head, he has eyelids, which snakes don't have. He can blink his eyes, and he has a long tail. Do you know if we found a garter snake at the park, a garter snake's tail would only be that big. His tail starts all the way up right here.
Whoa.
So half of his body is tail. If I held right here and I pulled that whole tail, it would pop right off of there.
Whoa.
As soon as his tail comes off, his tail would wiggle all over the place. So they sometimes call these a glass lizard. They break like glass. If a fox bites him, his tail pops off and it starts wiggling all over. And that fox is busy chewing on the wiggly tail. And while it does, this lizard swims back under the sand to where it's safe. And then it might take a year or two, but it would grow a brand new tail. We can tell Wiggles never lost his tail because he has a long one. When they grow a new one, it's a little shorter and stubbier. Yeah, he was about as big, just a little bit bigger than a pencil when he came to our zoo about a year and a half ago. One day he might be this much longer and 3 times as heavy. He's still growing.
Wow.
You see him stick out his tongue? You know what he's doing there? He's smelling you just like a snake does. He's got a forked tongue, but he's got a big fat forked tongue for smelling, yeah. Yeah. We have legless lizards a half a day away from here in Iowa and Wisconsin, but he's from across the ocean. These live in Egypt where the pyramids are, and in Europe, far away. There he's smelling you some more. He's not super fast, but mostly we just swim down on the sand. We usually don't even see these because they usually come out at nighttime. After it rains, eat the worms. Yeah, I found these at nighttime. So mostly if I want to find one of these, I flip over rocks and boards and I find the ones that are kind of sleeping under there.
What's with like a stripe creases? Is the bottom?
That his scales are different from a snake. Snakes have loose scales where the skin can stretch in between each of the scales when they eat something big. His scales are tight like armor. So that little line there doesn't have the scales there, so it's where he can stretch when he's eating or breathing. He just stretches right along that line there. Good catch. You want to see a real snake? Yeah. All right, oh, let's back up, please.
She said California mountain.
Silas, can you sit on your body?
This is one of the most beautiful snakes in the world.
Whoa.
It is like a milk snake. It's a king snake. Some parts of the country they call them milk snakes and others are king snakes. I found this snake out in California. I was hiking and it was only this big. It had just come out of the egg probably that month. We don't take a lot of snakes from the wild. Most of these animals that I bring for you used to be people's pets that we rescue. But we had permission to bring a couple snakes back, and we knew there was a pretty good chance he would have gotten eaten that week. He was so small, even a robin could have eaten him. So Ember came to live at our zoo about 5 years ago. She's been eating more and more mice and getting bigger and bigger. One day she'll be this much longer and about 3 times heavy. Yes, Lily? In a minute, yeah. We'll let everybody pet it, and you can hold this one.
Wow.
You see how bright he is? He's very bright. Most of our animals today have had cam. All of you get to hold a snake in a few minutes here, yeah?
We can hold a snake.
In a few minutes, I'll let you hold a different one, yeah? This one's a little small. You see how he's bright? He's got red like a stop sign and yellow and black like bumblebees. He has these bright colors for a special reason to say, stay away.
Because coral snakes.
Yeah, he pretends to be a coral snake. If a coral snake bit me, they would shoot poison or venom out of their teeth, and it could kill me. It could make my heart stop beating. He doesn't have any poison or venom, but by pretending to have the same colors as the coral snakes, the other animals see him, and they don't know the difference, and they say, ooh, leave that one alone, he's dangerous. You know how we can tell he's not a coral snake? It's by the order of his colors. There's a little rhyme. The coral snakes, on the coral snakes, the red is next to the yellow. The rhyme says, red touches yellow, kill a fellow, red touches black, friend of Jack, or venom lack, yeah? And he's a friend of Jack. Even people that are scared of snakes will let this snake live in their yard. because this snake might eat small rattlesnakes. That's why we call it a king snake. It's like the king of the snakes. This would bite a rattlesnake. Can you say constrict? If we squeeze, we constrict. All 3 of our snakes today are constrictors. He would bite that rattlesnake and wrap around its chest so tight that its heart couldn't beat. And once the rattlesnake was done for, he would swallow it in one big gulp. Because his teeth are like sharp needles, he can't chew his food in little bites, so he just opens so wide. Yes?
There's a snake called a constrictor.
Yeah, there is.
Can we pet it?
We might have one. We have a few of them at our zoo. All right, friends, when you pet this one, his scales, they look so smooth and kind of wet and shiny. His scales are made out of keratin like our fingernails. So because he's small, we're just going to pet with one finger so we don't squeeze him, okay? We'll start here. We'll let you hold the snake in a few minutes. Just petting with one finger for us now. And Lily, when your friends are done, we'll let you hold it, okay?
Can I touch his head?
No, remember the rules. We don't touch animals on the face. We don't scare them. Nobody wants to get poked in the eyeball.
I don't want to hold it. I only want to pet it. Mom,
all right, back up, friend.
There's a snake in there. There's another snake in there. Hey, my spot.
Use like a fingernail. Now let's let him keep
RJ. You feel how soft and smooth he is? He's not trying to get you, he's just smelling you with his tongue. He's never tried to bite.
That's cool.
Even if one of these were to bite, we wouldn't even need a band-aid. His teeth are so tiny.
Thank you. Thank you.
I didn't want to pet it.
Are we done petting? You can wait 1 second. We'll wash yours when you're done petting in a second.
I just want
Can I scoot right through here for a minute?
He'll come back.
You don't want to hold it?
So Lily, when it's your turn, make sure to look at Kevy again. Did she do okay?
And how old is this snake, did you say?
About 5 years old.
Don't
It more than twice as long.
How good? Leave it at
pretty. I like it. I've always liked coral snakes, actually. I know coral snakes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Which friends over here wanted to pet?
You gotta hold or check out the turtle too. Wasn't that so cool? Yeah. Did you see the legless lizard? I didn't know it was a legless lizard. Did you?
I did.
You guys did?
Because I read it.
Oh, you read it. Still though, it was cool.
Are there any friends that we missed?
Did anyone not get to pet? Do you want to pet this?
He's really cool. Do you want to pet him?
You already
did?
did? Okay. Can I slide past him for a second? I'm going to slide right through here. All right, Miss Lily, you want to stand up for a second?
Wait a baby alligator.
Oh, I don't have a baby alligator. That would be
Can
cute,
Lily
though.
look at Kevy?
Is that okay? You feel comfortable with that?
It's
Oh,
He
Lily,
doesn't
look how
bite.
cool that
It
is.
matches your dress.
Wow.
Or she does. Her name is Ember. Friends, back up a little bit.
Wow,
Good job with that snake.
He's coming down there.
Lily. Good job, Lily.
All right, we're going to put this one away before... Did you miss a turn?
You got to pet it already.
Okay. We're going to put this one away because it might try to eat our next snake. Yeah.
Oh, my.
All right, friends, I need you to back up. So.
Back up a little bit.
Lily, you gotta hold the snake. High five. That was awesome.
Parents, move the chairs back just a little bit that the kids are in there, and then all the kids scoot back a little to have an inch of space.
Yeah. Oh, we're almost finished.
Maybe start with the table.
Look at it. Whoa. Holding that one, it looks like snow. I want to feel it.
Well, her name is Snowflake. Just like we can be born a little different, sometimes animals hatch different. And that snake hatched out missing all of its dark color. We're just going to move these back so we don't trip over them as we're doing our next animal.
All right, can everyone take one big scoot back?
I gave you extra space.
One big scoot back a little bit, okay?
Yep.
There you go. Good
Just
job,
so he has
guys.
some more room.
Thank you so much.
Look at that room we
Good
have.
job, Jen.
Lily, you go in the middle. Lily, you go in the middle.
So this is Snowflake, and she is an albino corn snake. Just like we can be born a little different,
Whoa.
she hatched different. She should be orange and red, and on her belly she should have black checkers that look like maize, like the corn from that we decorate with Thanksgiving. But she hatched up missing all of her color. Yep, there are some squirrels that live around here in some of the parks that have white fur and pink eyes, and there's some deer that are albino. They're missing all of their color. She's very lucky she hatched at our zoo, because without any color to it, any camouflage, she was this big when she came out of her egg 6 years ago, and a bird or a lizard could have eaten her because she can't hide very well. But at the zoo, she doesn't have to hide from scary animals. Yeah. We give her 1 mouse a week to help her grow big and strong. And our grown-up snakes eat once every 2 weeks. Would you like to eat once every 2 weeks? We get so hungry. You know our garter snakes that live around here go almost half a year without food each year? They go so long. Lily, you want to do a snake necklace?
Oh, yeah.
Lily, you should totally do that.
He's never choked anyone.
Back up over that way.
You can stand up, hon. Just
Friends, and then we're going to let all of you help hold the next snake.
Lily, you can stand up, hon.
Stand up.
Yeah.
So many people are yelling at
This is all
her.
you tell me. I'm going to right up, okay? I'm going to make a little loop so it feels like it won't fall. Is that all right? You put one hand underneath there and smile this way.
Okay, look over here.
You dance like
Lily,
she's
look over here.
Oh, that's going to be a good picture.
Wait, your turn, buddy.
Where's it heading to?
I have to hold it.
You'll get to hold the next snake, yeah?
I want to hold it.
I don't drum on animals, so we don't want to scare them. I do have one more snake, yeah? Do you want to see a bigger snake?
Yeah.
Lily, what do you say?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Here you go.
Can I pet it?
We're going to let all of you pet the next snake, yeah? I do have 2 more animals for you, and one of them is a bigger snake. Who knows what the biggest kind of snake in the whole world is?
Is it a green
anaconda? Yeah.
Is it a green anaconda or is it just anaconda?
It is. Well, we have a yellow anaconda at the zoo that's as long as from me to that green chair.
Okay.
Our green anaconda was this big around 10 years ago when we got her. And now she's about that big around, and she's as long as from my hand to the back of the deck.
Whoa.
You can go on our Facebook page, and you can see where we weighed her and measure her this spring. Every year we have a contest to guess how big she's gotten for tickets to our zoo, and she was 149 pounds this spring.
Jeez.
That was a lot of chickens back. Now she probably weighs more than I do. Yeah. We're at the Medford Mall near Owatonna. We have one of the biggest reptile displays in the world there now.
Cool.
And yeah, if I couldn't bring the anaconda, she could swallow a couple something she shouldn't. She could swallow up to 150 pounds now. So she stayed at the zoo. But I brought you a little bit bigger snake. You know my favorite? Can you scoot back for a minute just so I don't trip on you? There we go. This snake's just a hair bigger.
A hair?
Oh, that's not our snake. Here's our snake.
Oh.
Friends, I don't want anyone to be nervous. This snake's a little bit bigger, but it is the gentlest animal I've ever known. It's been better than any dog. I've had really good dogs, and most of them have never tried to bite. Even when someone stepped on this snake's tail once, he didn't bite them. He's that gentle. His name is Luis, and he is a boa constrictor.
What? Whoa!
You did.
He's a little bit bigger. He's a pretty big boy, isn't he? If we're good listeners, in a few minutes, is it okay if we do a group photo?
Yep.
In a few minutes, you can line up and help me hold him for a picture, yeah. If you look at his pattern, you think he would be hard to see in the dead leaves?
Yeah.
He has good camouflage. He would come out at night in the rain for us, and he would sit very still in the leaves, and he would wait for something furry or feathery to come along. He could swallow a fox or a raccoon in one gulp. He weighs 30 pounds, so he could open his mouth as big around as a volleyball, and he could swallow about 30 pounds in one gulp. He was not a good idea for a pet. If we didn't close the lid, a house cat could go missing, so he is not an animal that should be at our house. Gentlest one we have. Even when we feed him his rats every Saturday and Sunday at the zoo, my zookeepers warm up a big bucket of rats and mice and chickens. So today at the zoo, our snakes are busy eating their rats and mice. This one, when we give him his rat, he doesn't even strike it. He just crawls over and he opens his mouth and he swallows it in one gulp. He's that gentle. Yep. He wiggled out of his skin last week, so he's as pretty as he's ever looked. When we pet him in a minute, you'll feel he has big, strong muscles. He's a strong, strong squeezer. And he is also very smooth and dry. And he's a little bit cool when we pet him. Snakes are as warm as it is outside because it's a nice cool day. He's a little cool to us. Yes? He did when he sheds his skin. They used to feed him live rats before he came to our zoo. And he has a few scars on his body and he has one on his nose. When he wiggles out of his skin, he gets a little rough spot on his nose. So he has a little scab that's going to come off there in the next day. We're just going to not touch it. It'll come off when it's ready. He wiggles out of his skin, and when he wiggles out of his skin, he gets a little rough spot there. Yeah. Every couple months he gets that, but it doesn't hurt him. It goes away in a day or two. So friends, why don't we get used to petting him for a minute, and then we'll line up and you can help me hold him.
How much does he weigh?
About 35 pounds. Our anaconda is 5 times this heavy for comparison.
For the pictures, you want to go over against that?
I think that'd be a great idea.
A little bit more space.
Yeah.
Jenny, did you want all the kids to have glasses on?
Nah.
Nice, gentle
I mean,
petting.
maybe if we get a group photo with
And then if you wanted a family photo as well, we could do one of those if you're interested.
Do you want to touch?
Just get used to him for a minute.
Linky, did you get to touch him?
You can do it, Olivia. You can do it.
You going to touch him?
One finger. No, you don't.
He's touching him. Not by the
Hey, listen, Olivia. It's okay to be nervous, but let's
Try
hold
and
it
get it
until
over here.
Yeah, that's just a little spot for you.
There's an anaconda at the zoo, and it's very cute. Oh, you cannot.
Luckily, she's gotten gentle as she's gotten older. She hit me once 2 years ago, and that's
Jackson, I saw that.
Can I scoot over and give her
But we knew
words?
that one might bite. We told one of our zookeepers there's a 50-50 chance
In
that
the
we had to
head.
move her.
Oh, can you lick
All right, friends, let's head over. Let's go down this steps and bring the crowd.
Part the Red Sea here.
Would we bring an alligator to a birthday party? No. Of course we would, yeah. We brought you an alligator. All right, let's wait to open that up till I'm ready. All right, friends, I know you'll be excited. I know you'll be excited, but I'm going to ask that. Thank you. You know, the snake doesn't hear our voices as much. It doesn't have outside ears. But alligators hear very well. And I don't want her to be nervous. So I'm just going to ask that. I'm just kind of quiet when she comes out. I know you'll be excited. This is Harley.
Can we pet?
And she is about 6 years old.
Like me. I'm 6.
In a few minutes, we'll let you pet her. And then if you're feeling even braver, you can help hold her on your lap for a picture, yeah? Yeah, everyone will get a turn. When friends, we have 9 alligators that live at our zoo. 8 of them were people's pets, and that means 8 people made poor choices. Yeah. Alligators are not a good idea for a pet. When she came out of the egg, you see where my finger is right here? From my finger to the tip of the tail, that's how tiny she was when she hatched, and at that size, they could be a pet, but they don't stay that big. Now she's about 6 years old and she's 10 times as heavy as when she hatched, or almost 20 times as heavy. In 3 years she'll be twice this big. In about 6 years she'll be bigger than you kids are, and one day she might be twice as big as I am. Should that live in our bathtub? No. The boys can weigh over 1,000 pounds. That would be an even worse idea for a pet. We have a couple of those that were pets at our zoo. Yeah. Yeah, they can bite much harder than a lion or a tiger. Even at this size, if we didn't have that tape on there and she snapped, she might break my finger. I would definitely need some stitches. So we gently wrap that tape around there. It doesn't hurt her to wear that any more than it hurts you to wear a seatbelt. But like a seatbelt that keeps everything safe. And then we get back to the zoo in a little bit, we'll take off the tape. You know what time it'll be for her? Snack time. What do you think she's going to want for her snacks? A mouse. Worms? She would eat some worms. She does get some mousicles out of the freezer and give her some mice. Mostly she eats pellets made out of fish. She chomps them like Miss Pac-Man. Oh, you got to take a step back, please. We don't want you underneath there just in case we don't want to be in the splash zone if she got nervous, yeah. But yeah, we'll take that off and she'll get, some days she gets mice. Today she'll get a mouse. Other days, oh, we don't tap on that. There's little animals in there so we don't scare them. Other days she gets the pellets, and then some days she gets boiled chicken because these would eat ducks and water birds. And she'll grow and grow. She might live to be 70 or 80 years old. Most alligators never get this big. They get eaten when they're little. But from here, she'd have a pretty good chance of making it. She would just have to watch out for the big alligators. I have alligators at the zoo that would still eat her if she was in with them. So we have to keep our alligators size appropriate. Yeah, yes? Her name is, this is Harley. Yeah, we have Harley and Allie and Callie and Sally and Squirt and Monster and Snaggletooth. We have quite a few alligators, more than we should have. Yeah, more people made, too many people made poor choices. Yeah. Oh, Monster's our cutest little alligator. It's only as big as her tail. When we pet her in a minute, if you want to pet up top, you can feel up top. She has bones in her skin like armor. She's bumpy. If you want to pet on her side, she feels kind of like little beads. And then the sides of her tail is the softest of all. We'll let you pet for a minute, and then where would you like to do a picture? If you'd like a little chair, we can have them line up.
The alligator? Where do you think's the best?
Jackson, you gonna go pet it?
What would you like to? We can let them each sit on a chair and do a picture after they pet.
Sure, we could do that either just right over here
By
where
the
we just were.
garden? Yeah, perfect. I pet slow and gentle and not too close to her face, just so we don't scare her. All right, friends, take your time. Everyone will get a turn. You feel the bumpy bones and how her side feels like you?
When you guys are done petting, let me know. I got sanitizer, okay? Yes, sweetie.
Her eyes looks like a cat's eyes in the dark, yeah?
Wait, can I feel its belly?
You pet her belly gentle, yeah?
Oh no. Their belly compared to
Once you've had a chance to pet, if you go line up by the garden, then you can be in line to help hold her. She just doesn't have a toenail on her little toes, just on her big toes.
Can you do that?
Ice melted in water, that happens. It's a warm day. All right, friends, once you've had a chance to pet, go over by the garden, and I'm going to bring her over for you to hold her.
Hand sanitizer here.
Pet, 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 and then we're going to let our other friends have a turn. We'll do your picture. Oh, you got to be gentle, slow and gentle. She won't hurt you. Harley, feel her bumpy bones?
Alright, Dad's dropping hand sanitizer.
There's the extra sitting down. Yeah. We're going to take over by the garden.
No, you can't have one.
Come on, please. No, he said it very good. It's a poor choice.
I'm Adam, by the way.
Line up right behind you there.
Thank you so much for coming.
That way we have a little room so you're not... Friends? While we're doing the pictures, we're going to ask that you friends wait right back here so she doesn't wiggle. Come line up in the line behind me. Hi, friends. Everyone, watch how Miss Lily does this so you know.
Okay, can everyone see and check it out?
You can sit on your lap. All right, so hands in the air. So it's just like at the fair. You put your hands up in the air first, and I'm going to put it on your legs, and you're going to put your hands down. Scoot your hands back a little bit. Put your hands on her back. There we go. That feel good? You got her?
Like a cat, where you're like trying to put the cat.
All right, and when she's on the lap, everyone else stays still back with there. So if we walk by or make too much noise, she might wiggle. We want her to sit nice.
We'll send these pictures out to you.
Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Willie. Happy birthday to you.
Okay, so I'll cut this up. But where do you want them to open gifts?
Let them eat cake!
In the great room, maybe?